Hey everyone, it's Nate the Vinyl Guide here, and I'm gonna show you how to take a record and do some simple repairs to really make it stunning, make it collectible, and make it worth more money. So right here is Miles Davis, a tribute to Jack Johnson, one of my favorite albums of all time. This was the album that really introduced me into jazz. So every time I see a copy of Tribute to Jack Johnson, if it's a good price, I pick it up, and then quite often I'll just hand it to someone or give it to a friend. Now, this particular copy, you'll see the price tag there, $5. Paid $5 for this record. Easily on the market, a nice copy of this is probably around 30 bucks. So I think I got a really good deal. But let me show you why it was $5, okay? You'll notice there's a bit of a seam split. The record is a bit, the insert is a bit ratty. You can see here wasn't particularly, I guess, well preserved, but the record is in pretty nice shape. Now, this is a lot of just dust and gunk and debris. I picked this up at a record fair, and one of the reasons I bought it is because I could see very easily that this record is truly in good shape. It just hasn't been taken care of very well. So I'm going to employ a couple of tools that I bring with me or to every record fair, and it's going to come in really handy right here. Two things I'm going to use today, two tools. Groovewasher, this wonderful G2 fluid, cleans the records and helps me determine which mark is a skip, what's a scratch, and what is just a little bit of dust that can be cleaned up. That is the Groovewasher. And here is Seamzeazy. This is a seam split repair thingamajig that you can get at seamzeazy.com. That's going to be fixing this seam, and then this is going to be cleaning up the record. Let's start. All right, so you'll notice here, it's a very clear, almost comic book style instructions. You prepare the seam, you place Seamzeazy in there, fixed like new. So really there's two actions I have to take here. So what I'm going to do is follow the instructions. I'm gonna peel this bit off. Now you could buy these things in bags of 10, I think, over at seamzeazy.com. You'll have to go to their website for the real deal there. But we fold edge out like so. Now this is essentially like a double-sided stick tape made for the size of records. And it's super easy to just peel this off. Now I'm going to go about this a little bit slow because I don't have the total technique down yet. There you go. We start to peel these off. And there is, the tape is now off. So now I'm going to go over to my seam here. And very carefully, I'm going to fold like so. I'm going to stuff this into that corner. Now, you can see where it's sticking into the corner. And then I'm going to line this up right along the edge of the seam. I'm going to start with one side, then I'm going to press this down, and then I'm going to go bit by bit, edging along on that seam there, okay? Now, there. So here, all of a sudden, easy as can be, I've now got this seam repaired, no longer split, and it's ready to hold a record. Ta-da! Now I've got the record, and again, you can see the little bit of dust and debris on it. A lot of this stuff is just really flakes from this insert. Now this is the original insert. I don't throw these away. I keep them with the record, but I'll show you what I do here in a moment. Effectively, spray a bit of the Groovewasher G2 fluid onto the record surface. And I just use a freewheeling cloth, one of these microfiber things, to clean it down. So I will I do one light spray on one side, one spray on the other side. I get the bulk of the debris off, flip over the microfiber cloth onto the other side, and then I do one of these right across the edge, because this kind of rubs the stuff that is sitting deep into the record groove. Then I clamp it down a little bit further inside the record. And one thing you'll notice too is Groovewasher, this G2 fluid, evaporates rather quickly, which is good. That's what you want. You don't want something that's going to be on the surface of the record or even create any sort of stickiness or anything like that. So it evaporates quite nicely. And here you can see that I have what is a rather nice conditioned record here, especially for the amount I paid for it, right? And I generally do a couple of flips here, kind of get it to air out a little bit before I start to put it in the sleeve. Now, this sleeve is a mess. I'm not putting it back in that sleeve. I've got myself some other sleeves here that I tend to use. Now, tribute to Jack Johnson, this is a great album, but it's not what I would call a collectible or even a vintage record. So I tend to use some of these sort of rounded edge sleeves on that. If this were a Blue Note or something of really high value, I'd probably get some of the Mophie sleeves on it. But these are a little bit of a cheaper alternative. And for a record like Tribute to Jack Johnson, $20, $30 record, it'll work just fine. So I use one of these sleeves. And then what I do with the original sleeve, because some people I know like these original sleeves, I will often put this back inside the sleeve just in case a future generation wants a copy of that. And then I will take the record, I will store it externally. I mean, you can put it inside as well because it seems easy right now, or you could store it externally into a normal plastic Mylar sleeve. Stick it in there and then grab one of these and I know you guys, being record collectors, probably have a bunch of these around. Brand new sleeve, and guess what? It looks like $1 million. Certainly doesn't look like $5. I'll tell you what, if you were to take this to the market now, I would estimate that in this condition, that $5 now turns into $30 if you so wanted to sell it. But if not, you could always just take this off and go give it to a friend, because this is the type of record that you want to do that to. Something that inspired you and something that you cleaned up, didn't cost you that much, and hopefully give someone a great experience. All right, that's it for the vinyl guide. I'm going to be wrapping up this video. Again, Groovewasher, you can get that at groovewasher.com, and Seamzeazy, you can get that at seamzeazy.com. I'll put the links in the video description. All right, everyone, take care. Adios.